It's the real estate show. We've come to sell DR.
Am I still on? My most motivated sellers in the Dominican Republic. Buckle up and welcome aboard. I may have come in a little hot there. My apologies if I did. Doing my own production is always a thrill. And lots of fun. Okay, so the first page you see is Buying Dominican Republic on Twitter. It's a new channel. And then you've always got the same old fake book page, Dominican Republic Real Estate. So if you haven't joined them, do that. New properties come out all the time. And of course, the YouTube channel is all the heat. And it's doing okay. It's got about 10,000 subs right now. It's over 1 million views. Just over a year old, so that's doing aight. So in no particular order, let's get to it. Now, let me preface things by saying these sellers are not desperate. Money is the most important thing usually to people selling real estate. When you ask them, and that's part of the qualifying questions that you ask, a good realtor will ask their vendors, their sellers, their clients, what's the most important thing to you in this transaction? Sometimes they look at you with a puzzled look and as if to say, well, what do you mean? Money. But sometimes it's time. Sometimes the most important thing is time. And in that case, you may be able to get yourself a decent deal. Now, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 listings I'm going to show you today are not desperate sellers. They're very motivated. The market time in the Dominican Republic is not like in North America where you list something today and it's sold in a week with multiple offers. We've had those markets down here, but we're not in that market right now. And if you want to sell your property properly, if you want to sell your property properly, then you need to be very aggressively priced. This one here is in Playa Chiquita. It's a brand new renovation. It's never been occupied. It's in a really good location close to Chiquita Beach in Sosua. All these properties are in Sosua. The links are in the show description. Most of them are 4K videos. This one was priced at $350,000 when the idea was, we'll flip it. We'll make some money. Now he just wants out, and he wants to recover the money that he's gotten. And at $280,000, he'll pretty much do that, barely. Now, again, when you put paper in front of a seller, it's always different than, well, call him and see if he'll take $250. I can tell you if I call him and ask him if he's going to take $250, he'll say no right off the bat. And I'm not saying he's willing to take $250, but if you bring him $250 on paper, closing in 3 weeks, with a 10% non-refundable deposit with no conditions, I think he might consider it. I'm not saying he'd take it, but I'm just saying these are motivated sellers For whatever reason, they want the properties gone, and they want them gone quickly, and he's gone from 350 to 280 on this thing. In some cases, I've made special commission arrangements with my clients to get them to a price like this. And if you don't have an agent and you use me, there's even more room on a listing like this as far as what you might be able to get the property for. Purchase it yourself. So normally, you write an offer, you say upon acceptance, I'll give you 10% down. Most offers are cash here. I have done conditional offers before, but they're not normal here. So if you say, I'll give you $280,000, but I need a week to get my finances together. Lots of people will say, get your finances together and bring me back $270, and with no conditions, I'll take it. Cash is king. And I'm using hypothetical numbers on a listing like this. They're not, I'm not saying that my clients would take that type of money, but all I'm saying is when you put it on paper and it closes quickly and there's no conditions and you have a serious non-refundable deposit, you get taken seriously. You will not get taken seriously if you ask the agent, hey, call them and see if they'll take this. No, I can tell you that doesn't work. After 30 years in real estate, that is not a good negotiating strategy. So this is a 3-bedroom. Completely renovated, Playa Chiquita, completely fenced. There's nothing that needs to be done here. There's no squeaky banisters. There's nothing that needs repair. Everything's been done top quality. This is a North American contractor that did this with a North American eye for renovations. He's done many of them. And this is another example of something that he was going to Airbnb and things change and he wants out. He wants out of this completely. So that is example number 1. Playa Chiquita is now $280,000 on this island, this portion of the island, this part of the world, on the north coast where I am in Sosua and Cabarete, and even closer going to Puerto Plata, but not Puerto Plata proper, Puerto Plata. It's not uncommon to have commissions of 10%. Now, you might think that's high. In other places of the world, yes, we see pressure on commissions with discount brokers and do-it-yourselfers and private for sales and all that kind of stuff. There's not a lot of that stuff here. So, if it helps, there might be some room if you're a client of mine, and especially if you're going to be sending some more business or doing advertising for me. We can work out a deal either with a cash kickback to the buyer or work it off the price in negotiations. I'm not saying all my commissions are 10%. I'm just saying there's sometimes a little bit of room there that involves my commission. If it gets down to it, I may be able to help you. This isn't one of the prettiest properties I have, but it's one of my favorites. These are 2 studios, 32.5 square meters on one title in KBA Campo, specifically Torreza Trapimar. It's got an 80-foot pool, 121 units surrounding 2 pools. The 80-foot pool's massive, and it's got a nice deep end that you can dive into. These are in K block. The monthly fees on this are $162.50 American a month. So in this condo building, it's $2.50 per meter per month. So these are 65 meters combined, 32.5 each. They're complete separate units. The links are in the show description. They should be 4K videos. It needs some work, but it's functional, and they're both rented right now. Oh, well, actually, one's rented right now, but one's rented to a guy that's been there 12 years. It pays like $200 a month. He's grandfathered into a very, very cheap situation, and you can keep him and have a small income, but they normally go for $350 to $550, depending on the condition, location, and amenities. Whether or not you're including high-speed internet and what the amenities are. So I've got a bunch in this complex and a bunch in KBA Campo proper, which is 3 buildings, Terraza Tropimar, Residencial Tropimar, and Villas Tropimar, which make up the old KBA Campo Club, an all-inclusive resort that has now been turned into condominiums. So this one you can buy for $75,000, give or take. 2 separate studio units. You could knock the wall out and make it a 65 square meter unit, 1 bedroom if you wanted. But these bachelor apartments, or studios as we call them here in the Dominican Republic, they rent very well. I think on mine, up until low season started after Easter, for the 6 months preceding that, I was at 50% occupancy on Airbnb. So that doesn't include the people that rented outside of the Airbnb platform, and there's a few of them, but they are cheaper to rent, and they get a lot more action as well. So talk to me about that one. This one's come down $50,000. I listed it. It was $550, $549. And again, they should be at 4K. Okay, so this is, you're not probably seeing the fact that it's 4K here, but if you watch them in the show links below, you can select 4K and get a decent resolution. So, the $500,000 price point is a big one to be underneath. So we're at $499 on this. It's a 4-bedroom with a completely separate, well, it's not really an apartment. It's a very large office, let's say, attached to a workroom on the main floor. It's kind of like a raised ranch or a bi-level cut into the side of the hill, so you walk out from the bottom, but your front door is on grade. And this one's $499. Some of these will offer terms. So if you come in with, 40% down, you might be able to get terms. Most clients don't call me and say, hey, I want to sell my house. It's 90 degrees here today. I want to sell my house, but I only want half of the money on closing. None of my clients are calling me saying that. So we're not looking for people that need financing. We're looking for people that are all cash. Cash is king, but there is a huge benefit from the seller putting in the remarks of the listing. Vendor may consider holding a mortgage. Vendor may consider owner financing. So again, it's not the preferred way that my vendors want to do business, but if you're serious and the terms are decent on the mortgage, you might get yourself into a situation where you only need a half down or something close to that. So I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time going through all the features of every home here. This is 275 meters on a 3/4 acre lot. And it's in beautiful shape. The Airbnb on it's decent income. And that's that. Panorama Village is the location of this one. A really nice spot. And if you click on the show description, there is a link to the Google Maps that won't load. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, that's not the Google Maps. Where's the map? Oh, here we go. This is the map. This is Panorama Village's website. This is the location. So now, when you drive into Panorama Village, the property is this one. Yep, this one right here. So just zooming out, when you drive into Panorama Village from down here in Sosua, the old police station used to be right here. When you head up this way to Panorama Village, you'll feel like you're in a different world. The scenery changes. Dominican Republic is beautiful, you know that, but in this location, it's kind of like being in Vancouver. It's got mountainous views and really lush scenery. It makes you pull over when you're driving up there. So again, just slowly go out here. Here we are right here. This is the location. This is the house. And look what it backs onto. This is a decent lot here, almost an acre. And then if you look at how you get in here, like look at this area right here. This valley is just so scenic. Look at the green space around this. This is what you get to look at when you're in Panorama Village. Like this green space here is all like, look at it all. National parks and protected areas. And then you're not too far from the center. There's the beach. You're a 10-minute drive, tops. So that's Panorama Village. And if you want to see where we're at, here's Dominican Republic by zooming completely out. Links are in the show description, including the map links for this. And so, where are you? Are you over here? Are you over here? Are you over here? Okay, so that's that. The link, the website for Panorama Village, nice spot. Here's another one. Again, one of my favorites. Now, this one was at one point getting $200 to $250 a night. It's a 4-bedroom, 3rd floor penthouse that sleeps 10. It's Monte Vista. Apartamento, is that what's the official name for it? Is Aparta Hotel Monte Vista. Hotel. Apartment hotels. This one is, I can't remember the size of it. It's got to be, maybe it's in here. How big is this thing? 2000 what, I don't have the size in here? I can't remember how big it is. It's pretty big. 3,000 square feet, something like that, 2,800. Monte Vista is another former all-inclusive resort that's been converted over to condominiums. The fees are decent. The grounds are immaculate, impeccable. Maintenance is on top of things. They just had a major renovation in the pool. And I've got several units in here. This one is a 4-bedroom penthouse. It sleeps 10. That's the view for the balcony. Not bad. That's the balcony. We got a window wall on the north-facing wall of the condo. You can see the 2 doors there. If you want to put that wall back up between the 2 doors and put a kitchen over here on this side, then you can make it into 2 units. It's units 610 and 611. So it's been a decent income throughout the high season. Parties of people like to use this for get-togethers for the family because it sleeps so many, and the rate's pretty good. Anywhere from $150 to $250. My max was $200 a night, but before I took it over, they had spots of like rentals where they were getting $250. Who's asking me to get an interview? Yeah, you are going to have to interview me, Premo. Who the hell's Premo? Not my boy Primo. Yeah, you need to interview me. You know what? I'd much rather be a guest than a host, but this is, I do it half decently well, so why not? All right, so $299. There's 4 air conditioners, 1 in each bedroom, 2 full bathrooms, a nice sized kitchen, generous room sizes for the living space, and open concept design. Beautiful breeze up there. Monte Vista is a nice location. Not too far. It's not as close as KBA Campo is, but it's not too far off the beaten path. If you're not walking to the grocery store from here, you definitely need a car, a scooter, or pasola, as they call them here. But in decent shape. Electricity is included in the HOA at this building, which is nice. You don't have to worry about a bill. And they're asking $299 for it now. We started a little higher, but we very quickly adjusted the price to be more reasonable. And I have 5 in this building. I have 2 one-bedrooms at 160. No, I have a 1-bedroom at 165, a 2-bedroom at 165, and then another 1-bedroom at 145, and then another small 1-bedroom at the back over here for 118. $200 a month are the condo fees. HOA, they call them here. Okay? Okay. Another one. This started at 189. He bought it for a flip. Again, the market time has increased here over the last year. And you need to be aggressive with your marketing and aggressive with your pricing if you want to get action and attention in a market like this. You're never losing money. The market, even when the market crashes, in the Dominican Republic, it just flatlines. So unless you need to dump something in a tough market, you're always going to retain your valley. Your valley? You're going to retain your valley and your value. The real estate game is buy and hold. Buy and flip is really tough. Number one, you need to get it for a great price. 2, you need to make sure that everything goes exactly as planned in renovations, and that never happens. And you know what gets eaten up inside of mistakes in your renovation? Your profit. This has battery backup. You see the inverter there. I can't believe that those marine batteries, 3 of them or whatever, will power a whole house for more than 8 hours. Even the air conditioning and everything. It's amazing. Electricity in this building's billed out at, I think, 9 pesos per kilowatt hour. It's cheaper because there's not a backup generator here. But in this building, it has its own backup. So 2-bedroom, 2-bath, freshly renovated, 3-bedroom, penthouse, rooftop access, private, exclusive rooftop access. It's a nice renovation. There's 4 patios, one off the kitchen here, one off the living room, and one off each bedroom. 2 of them are pool view, 2 of them are city view or parking lot view or whatever. You do get a little bit of an ocean view from the other side here, especially from the roof. But if you're sticking your head out the window, even from this kitchen window here, you will see a little bit of ocean view. Again, not desperate, but very motivated. And when my sellers say, Jimmy, get me out of there, I'll pay you whatever you want. You know they're motivated. Within reason, obviously. This is residential Trapimar. It's 140 meters, just short of 140 meters in size. The HOA in this unit is $235 per month. Those are always American dollars. That is solid mahogany wood paneling. Kind of trendy and pretty hot, actually. Very well done. And there's still some room to do what you wanted. If you wanted to upgrade it some more, you can. There's still some that can be done because they spent their time and their money really focused on kitchens and bathrooms, which I get because that's what the ladies like and that's what the buyers like. So, and the buyers are always the ladies. Okay. All right, a couple more and then we're out. This one again, another, again, I'm not saying my guy is desperate, but he's gone from 189 to 160. No, 179 to 160. My bad. We started at 179 on this one. Again, still 140 meters in size. A really cool layout with this one. It's bright. It's fresh from the standpoint that you get a breeze through there all day until sunset, and then it kind of disappears. It's got pool views. The condo fees on this are 19,700 pesos per month. It's never more than 3.25 US. Just fluctuates depending on the dollar between 3 and 3.25 US. Electricity is not included here like it is in Monte Vista. You can come off the parking lot, up a spiral staircase, off this entrance here, bypassing security if that's your thing. Otherwise, there's no key to get into this building. You need to pass 24-hour reception and security. And when you buy or rent, they take your information, they scan your passport, they get, an emergency contact number in case something happens, and then they get to know your face. And no one gets in here unless they live here or they're accompanied by a guest or owner. Even the chicas. They need to leave their identification at the front desk. And I guess this happens everywhere. I didn't know this because I have no experience with chicas. Well, I have one experience. I hung out with one at the beach, bought her some dry clothes, got a few beers, came back to my place, drank the beers. She fell asleep in my bed. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I can't. I got an interview in the morning. Can't let this girl sleep in my bed. She'll rob me blind. So even though we were just hanging out, not having sex, I paid her to go away. Yeah, you don't hang out with girls on the street, even though you think you're hanging out. That their time is money, whether you have sex with them or not. Too much information? Okay. But anyway, I guess when you bring the chicas, and that's prostitution's legal here, pimping is not. When you bring them to a place like this, they have to surrender their identification. They don't get in without it. And you need to walk them out to the front desk so that the staff of the building knows that you're okay and you haven't been mistreated. So you can't just send them out on their way. They won't let them pass the gate unless you walk them out. I didn't know that was a thing, but it makes sense to protect the people. So this one is now 160. 1,400 square feet roughly. It's 130 meters, so just over 1,300 square feet. That's the rooftop bath. The roof is being redone as we speak because we had a little bit of a leak. That's being taken care of by the owner, so it'll be completely fixed, including all the interior painting and ceilings and whatnot that need to be scraped and painted and whatnot after the leak is done, fixed. So it's not perfect. It's in pretty good shape. It's very wide open. At 160, I think it's a good deal. It's definitely a good deal at 160. Who knows what you get it for, but he's asking 160 now. Fees on it are, let's say, 3.25 tops. Electricity is billed at 14 pesos per kilowatt hour here. I don't use my air conditioner. I got a computer, a TV, a refrigerator, and ceiling fans that, especially in the summer, run on, well, they run all night and most of the day when it's hot like this. My electricity bill, like I said, I live alone. I don't use the air conditioner a whole lot, and my electricity bills are $20 to $25 a month. So I don't know what you're paying back home, but it's better here. This one, again, it's been for sale for 4 months. It's in great shape. I started on the roof on this one. I've got a new video coming out today that I shot yesterday on it. That's solar hot water. Yes, see. There's 3 air conditioners. What's wrong with my lips and tongue today? They all work. You got a really nice view from out here, up here. It's a little bit sketchy going up that. Like, I'm kind of afraid of heights. Well, I'm afraid of insecure structures at heights. And that's not an insecure structure, but that is a very low railing. I'm 6'4". And that railing comes just under my hips. So It's a little unnerving. But look at that view. I mean, soon as you walk in your door, it's like living on the lake or the ocean, but not having any of the drawbacks of it. When you can see it, you still, like, you can see it from your bed, you can see it from your kitchen table, you can see it from cooking in your kitchen. You see it from everywhere, especially up top. Great spot to watch the storms roll in from the rooftop there. This one's 189. And motivated. They're already back home. They want it gone. Who knows what they take. You know, you're not going to steal anything down here. Normally, you're dealing with real human beings that have an interest in the property. In some cases, put a lot of sweat into it, a lot of money in renovations. Sometimes it's a business decision. Sometimes it's an emotional decision. Sometimes a financial situation. Every case is different, and you really don't know until you try an offer. As I said earlier, you don't just tell the agent, yeah, see if they'll take $250, because the answer is no. But if you put it on paper, it's got a significant non-refundable deposit, and it closes quickly without conditions, you may get yourself a decent deal. On which one? You don't know until you start negotiating. So this one is in trade winds. It's closer down the hill. Then it's halfway down the hill. It's almost on the road. So when you're at KBA Campo, you're 500 meters down to the grocery store. I think it's being renamed right now. It used to be called Super Pola. You're about a 15-minute walk to the beach, downtown, several beaches, no more than 20 minutes from your door to having your feet in the sand, whether you're going to Playa Chiquita, Playa Alicia, Playa Sosua. What's the other one? Oh, Casa Marina Beach. That's one of my favorites. Kind of just tourists only. A small access for the public that is very seldom used. Casa Marina is kind of an isolated beach where many of those resort people come out. So this one, you're about 100 meters instead of 500 meters to the Super Pola, and you're a few minutes closer to downtown and also the road. So this one is a little, you do have a little bit more road noise in this building than you do further up the hill, obviously. Okay. I think that's almost it. What do we got here? Oh, this is another, wow. This one was $799. Now it's $635. It's the largest Casa Linda home and lot. And when you walk into this thing, it's kind of like, I've never been to Vancouver. I've been to the West Coast before. But, you know, when you go down into the Niagara Gorge in Niagara and you feel like you're not in Niagara anymore, like you're in Vancouver or some, you know, rainforest or natural wonder or something like that. When you walk through the back door of this property, that's kind of that's the feeling you get. 6 bedrooms. Oh, there's a bad edit. Look at the stone wall. That's natural rock. Talk about private. Absolutely gorgeous. You get a little waterfall there, a whole bunch of fruit trees, coconut trees, banana trees. Avocado. What's the other one? What's the yellow one? The stringy one that I don't like all that much? I can't remember. Anyways, this one's down to $635 now. Some really decent income. You're probably $500-$600 a night here, depending on the season and the term. Airbnb as well, because it's huge. It's massive. And it's functional. It's got a lot of open living space. And these are my most motivated sellers right this minute. Oh, did I miss one? Shoot, I did. Let's see. Yeah, I did miss one. I didn't put it in the... I hate showing you my back end here. But it's the easiest way to do it. Oh, this one is good too. Perla Marina here. This one went down to $695 from $850. Again, this is a North American contractor who gutted this place and did it completely over. It's pretty, what do you call, eccentric? No, eclectic, unique. So the decorating isn't for everyone, but the guts are good. I don't mind. I think he's got it really well done. But it's not for everyone. I just go on by some of the comments when you post stuff like this online. They're like, ooh, who picked that color? Shut up. This is in Perla Marina. Your fees are really low here. I think they're $100 a month. He's pretty much off grid. He has his own hydro, his own drilled well for fresh water drinking. Pool, gated, secure, fenced. And Perla Marina doesn't have all that much crime. I mean, the crime in Dominican Republic is vastly overstated if you're looking at YouTube videos that say, don't come to the Dominican Republic, it's not safe. Shut up, it's safe. Now, I'm 6'4", so no, not a lot of people mess with me, but all of this comes furnished. He's got some really neat pieces there. That one hutch on the back wall, on the front wall of the bedroom, is a Victorian piece. This is the hers ensuite. That wardrobe there. I paid a few bucks for that. It came out of the castle or something in England. Look at this thing. This is, so it's got his and hers ensuites. What the? And this one doesn't suck. Look at that tile. Like, I like the colors. I love the dark, rich warmth of the room. So this one's $695. Very, very motivated. And I'd be happy to be your exclusive agent if you want to bring an offer on any of these properties. My people would be only too happy to look at it. But first, you got to get down here. I mean, you can buy it sight unseen. I've sold a couple houses down here to people that have not been in the country and came to visit their property for the first time months after it closed, and it already been rented for months and had a pretty decent income. You can do it. It's no problem. Power of attorney through my lawyer, Guido Perdomo. I have not used any other lawyer other than Guido. Just a sweet man, knows his business, comes from a good family, a wealthy family, and treats my clients very kindly and with respect and good service. And he speaks English very well. If it's a situation where he thinks it's best you just bail from it, he'll tell you that. Or if there's a remedy, he's also good at generating those. So those are 6 or 7 or 8 of my most motivated sellers. And the links are in the show description. You can reach me anytime by cell, text, or WhatsApp is my preferred method of communication at 1-809-330-8926. And I'll say this for AI. My name is Jim Fannin. Because if I identify myself, then I don't think AI will say the presenter says when I go and do my AI for comments or chapters or something like that. So my name's Jim Fannin. James Melville Fannin the first. And I can be reached at 1-809-330-8926. You can call, you can text, or you can WhatsApp me. Peace, love, hug your neighbor. And whatever you do, cash in a little bit of that North American equity and bring it down here and keep some of your money offshore. And then you can come and visit your property and your money. I love you. I'm out.